Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A room used primarily for sleeping. A room used primarily for sleeping. A room used primarily for sleeping. A deliberative or legislative or administrative or judicial assembly. The upper chamber is the Senate. A natural or artificial enclosed space. An enclosed volume in the body. The chambers of his heart were healthy. A room where a judge transacts business. Place in a chamber. A room used primarily for sleeping. A room used primarily for sleeping. Space for movement. Room to pass. Live and take one's meals at or in. She rooms in an old boarding house. An area within a building enclosed by walls and floor and ceiling. The rooms were very small, but they had a nice view. Opportunity for. Room for improvement. The people who were present in a room. The whole room was cheering. A large sleeping room containing several beds. A bedroom, usually with bath, in a hotel. The principal bedroom in a house, usually occupied by the head of the household. A sleeping room in a motel. A college or university building containing living quarters for students. A large sleeping room containing several beds. A large sleeping room containing several beds. A lady's bedroom or private sitting room. A bedroom for a child. A bedroom that is kept for the use of guests. Housing that someone is living in. He built a modest dwelling near the pond. Make one's home in a particular place or community. Housing that someone is living in. Law. The residence where you have your permanent home or principal establishment and to where, whenever you are absent, you intend to return. Every person is compelled to have one and only one domicile at a time. Any address at which you dwell more than temporarily. Housing that someone is living in. Housing that someone is living in. The act of dwelling in or living permanently in a place, said of both animals and men. He studied the creation and inhabitation and demise of the colony. Housing that someone is living in. The native habitat or home of an animal or plant. Baseball. Base consisting of a rubber slab where the batter stands. It must be touched by a base runner in order to score. He ruled that the runner failed to touch home. An institution where people are cared for. A home for the elderly. A social unit living together. The teacher asked how many people made up his home. Inside the country. Where you live at a particular time. Deliver the package to my home. The place where you are stationed and from which missions start and end. Housing that someone is living in. They raise money to provide homes for the homeless. An environment offering affection and security. Home is where the heart is. Place where something began and flourished. The United States is the home of basketball. Provide with, or send to, a home. Return home accurately from a long distance. the country or state or city where you live. Canadian tariffs enabled United States lumber companies to raise prices at home. Used of your own ground. A home game. Relating to or being where one lives or where one's roots are. My hometown. A depression forming the ground under a body of water. He searched for treasure on the ocean bed. Have sexual intercourse with. Single thickness of usually some homogeneous substance. Slices of hard-boiled egg on a bed of spinach. Prepare for sleep. He goes to bed at the crack of dawn. A stratum of ore or coal thick enough to be mined with profit. He worked in the coal beds. A foundation of earth or rock supporting a road or railroad track. The track bed had washed away. A piece of furniture that provides a place to sleep. He sat on the edge of the bed. A plot of ground in which plants are growing. The gardener planted a bed of roses. Furnish with a bed. The innkeeper could bed all the new arrivals. Geology, a stratum of rock, especially sedimentary rock. They found a bed of sandstone. Place plants in a prepared bed of soil. Put to bed. The children were bedded at 10 o'clock. The flat surface of a printing press on which the type form is laid in the last stage of producing a newspaper or magazine or book, etc.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.